I've had lots of goals over the years, some of which I've achieved, but the majority of my bigger goals and ambitions have seemed to have fallen through the cracks. Having goals is generally a good thing. They can drive us to achieve big things, and as a result, they can change our lives. I think it's good for all young people to have goals in their life, whether they're long-term or short-term. But another thing to consider is that as people, we're subject to change. Change in the world around us, change in our daily lives, and change in our thoughts and beliefs. Change can be scary at times, but other times it can be a breath of fresh air. As I've grown up, my ambitions have gone through a lot of change. I once wanted to be a trucker, but as time went on, that evolved into wanting to be a banker, then a cinematographer, then a farmer, and here I find myself lost in a sea of possibilities. There's a whole world of career paths and specializations out there, and just like many people my age, I'm struggling to find something that I not only like, but can realistically achieve. Right now, I'm in the process of finishing high school. I dropped out at 16, and it took me a long time to get back into it. Basically, I have lots of time to figure this out, but there's another thought that crosses my mind when thinking about all of this. Death. Death is one of those things where ignorance is bliss. The less you think about it, the less it bothers you. In my case, I'm a smoker, which acts as a sort of constant reminder that someday I'll die. I won't know when or how until it happens, but I am very aware that it will happen. So, what do you do when you can't stop thinking about death, or anything else that you can't avoid? Well, if you ask me, there's a few options. You can give in to all the fear and loathing that comes with these inevitable truths and lay in bed paranoid for the rest of your life. You can accept these changes as a part of life and laugh at the absurdity of all this. Or you can find some sort of comfort in the idea that everything you live for, everything you hold near and dear, everyone you know, is strictly temporary. And at the end of all this, none of it will matter. In my mind, I don't know why I'm doing the things I do. I don't know why I value the things I value. All I know is that everything is subject to change. With this notion that change is inevitable, I find it easier to move past the things that bother me. I find it easier to laugh and enjoy the good times. But there's something about living in the modern world that always seems to temporarily remove this way of thinking from my life. Although temporary, it's easy to get caught up in the things that bother us. I mean, the sole thing that keeps us engaged on social media, for example, is stuff that upsets us and drives us to leave comments. If you want my advice, I'd tell you to try and laugh a little more. The world is full of chaos, and the only way to free yourself from that is to laugh in its face and accept that things will change. Maybe not for the best, but things will change. There's a certain level of comfort that comes with this way of thinking. It allows us to see life from a different perspective, and with that, we're free to explore new ideas and momentarily escape the stresses of day-to-day life. I want to thank everyone for watching. I figured today I'd try going back to my old style of content, seeing as I've been a little out of my element here on YouTube as of late. That's going to be all for today. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments, and before I go, I want to mention that a few of the ideas in this video come from the philosopher Albert Camus and the philosophy of absurdism. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.